So guys, we are starting the Rank Booster Series 1 on NEET 2020. And today we have the MCQs discussion on environmental issues. Are you all ready? Can you all hear me and see my screen properly? Please comment. Okay, only one. No. Okay guys, let's start. Okay, environmental issues, MCQs. We'll be discussing 30 MCQs and only we have 40 minutes time in the Zoom platform. And let us continue with the session till the Zoom ends. Okay. Please, I'll ask you the questions and you have to comment the answers in the comment section. Okay. So let's start. So part 1 consists of 15 questions and let's move with the first question. All of you comment your answers in the comment section. Which one of the following pairs of gases are the major causes of greenhouse effect? Option A, carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide. Option B, carbon dioxide and ozone. Option C, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Option D, chlorofluorocarbons and sulfur dioxide. Everyone do tell the answers. So the question is, which one of the following pairs of gases are the major causes of greenhouse effect? Option A, carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide. Option B, carbon dioxide and ozone. Option C, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. And option D, chlorofluorocarbons and sulfur dioxide. So some of you have commented the answer as C and some others have D. The correct answer for this question is option A, carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide. Is it clear, everyone? Because in your NCERT textbook, it's clearly mentioned in page number 281. Page number 281, you have a pie chart regarding the compositions of each gases that contribute towards greenhouse effect, right? Okay, I think someone is not hearing. One second. Okay, let's move with the next question. A disease affecting industrial workers. Option A, silicosis. Option B, fluorosis. Option C, asthma. And option D, none of these. Comment your answers in the comment section, everybody. A disease affecting industrial workers. Option A, silicosis. Option B, fluorosis. Option C, asthma, and option D, none of these. So the correct answer for this question is option A, silicosis. Option A, silicosis is the answer for this question. If you get the answers wrong, please do write it down, okay? Otherwise, do watch the video on the YouTube and just take down the answers. So, next question. This is a familiar question, I think, easy question. Repeated years NEET MCQ. Okay, so question number 3. According to Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, which particulate matter in diameter of the air pollutant is responsible for the greatest harm to human health? Option A, 5.2 to 2.5. Option B, 2.5 or less. Option C, 1.5 or less. And option D, 1.0 or less. Only one answer. Everyone tell the answer for the question. Very easy question. If you don't know the answer, refer page number 271 of class 12 NCERT textbook. The correct answer for this question is 2.5 or less, option B. Very simple question. A repeated NEET MCQ. A repeated NEET MCQ. Okay. Guys, are you hearing me properly? Guys, you can tell the answer. It doesn't matter whether it goes right or wrong. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it is right or wrong. You tell the answer. Okay, so let's move with the next question without wasting our time. Fourth question, simple questions from this chapter for NEET, but you go wrong. All the option may appear similar to you. Fourth question, acid rain is caused by increase in atmospheric concentration of which of the following? Okay, option A, ozone and dust. Option B, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Option C, sulfur trioxide and carbon monoxide. Option D, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Tell the answer. I think only one person is responding. Yeah. It's not A. You cannot say ozone and dust contribute to acid rain. That is a wrong option. The correct option is sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Why? Because when you are studying the concept of acid rain, you study about what? Sulfuric acid deposition and nitric acid deposition, right? You might be familiar with the Taj Mahal, the yellowing of the white marble of Taj Mahal, right? It is due to what? This acid rain. Due to the deposition of these acids. These gases such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, they get combined with the water, atmospheric water, and just converted into what? And converted into these kinds of acid. Guys, don't chat in between. Listen to the class. Fifth question, addition of phosphates and nitrates, okay, phosphates or nitrates, that is fertilizer, into water leads to option A, increased algal growth, B, nutrient enrichment or eutrophication, C, reduced algal growth, D, increased growth of decomposers. Answers for the question. Very good. Sangal, Sneka, Nila, everyone. The answer is nutrient enrichment. Yes, Nakeshwari. Everyone said the right answer. The answer is nutrient enrichment or eutrophication. One of the main problem associated with the addition of fertilizers in the agricultural field. Due to the surface runoff, the fertilizers get deposited in the water bodies, thus causing the death of the aquatic organism, causing the growth of algal blooms, a green material deposited all over the water bodies, right? It just drains off the oxygen from the water bodies, thus causing the death of all the aquatic organisms. This is also a repeated NEET question in several years. Okay, next question. Yamang, this is also a very important question. Very important question. Among the following, a secondary pollutant is option A, PAN. What is the full form of PAN? Anybody who know the answer, just comment us. What is the full form of PAN? Nobody know the answer? Nobody. The full form of PAN is peroxyacetyl nitrile. Peroxyacetyl nitrile. Okay. Then sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and aerosol. Which will be the correct answer for the question? Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? The answer is definitely option A. Okay, all others are primary pollutant. Okay, next question, seventh one. Attack of asthma in certain persons may be due to. Attack of asthma in certain persons may be due to. Option A, exposure to cold temperature. Option B, inhalation of some airborne pollen grains. Option C, eating of some seasonal vegetables. Option D, low concentration of carbon dioxide due to increased rate of photosynthesis. Attack of asthma. Yesterday's class itself, I have while I was taking the lectures on breathing and exchange, I have told you that asthma is a kind of an allergy. Yes, everybody has told the right answers. The answer is inhalation of some airborne pollen grain. This is the right answer. Inhalation of some air pollens can cause asthma in certain kinds of persons. Okay, so let's go with the next question. Very important question, repeated AIMS as well as NEET MCQ. Okay, very important. Biological, the concept of biological oxygen demand, very important. Okay, biological oxygen demand, BOD, in a river water increases when sewage get mixed with river water. B, remains unchanged when algal bloom occurs. C, has no relationship with the concentration of oxygen in water. And D, gives a measure of salmonella in water. Answers. Biological oxygen demand in a river water. One person has told the answer to be guys, please turn off your videos. Why all your somebody have told the answer as B, others told the right answer. The answer is A. Okay, increases when sewage get mixed with river water. For this, you have to refer to page number 274 of your NCERT textbook. I don't know, my textbook is of old edition and I don't know whether it would be the same in your textbook. a graph showing the effect of sewage discharge on some important characters of rivers. A graph like this. In the y-axis, concentration, and the x-axis, sewage discharge, you will get a graph like this. Okay, we have only 10 minutes remaining, so we'll discuss the questions. Okay, familiar with this graph, everyone? Familiar with this graph? Indicating concentration on the y-axis and sewage discharge along with the direction of flow in the, concentration in the y-axis and sewage in the x-axis. Okay, this is a very important question. Okay, next one. BOD is connected with, again, similar kind of question. This is also important. All the questions pertaining to biological oxygen demand is very, very important. And also about biological magnification, very important questions. BOD or biological oxygen demand is connected with option A, microbes, option B, organic matter, option C, microbes and organic matter, and option D, none of these. Everyone tell the answers. Only one person have given me the right answer. Okay, I'll tell the answer. BOD is connected with microbes and organic matter. I have just shown you the graph. Right? Microbes and organic matter is the correct answer. Next question. BOD, again the question related to this. Biological oxygen demand or BOD of a pond is related to dash in per unit volume of water. BOD of a pond is related to dash in per unit volume of water. Option A, all the plants. Option B, all the nectarines. Option C, all the microbes. And option D, all the animals. Comment as the answers. No, Nageshwari, the answer is not A. Sneka, what happened? Why raised your hand? Is there anything wrong? Can you not hear me? Yes, the correct answer for the question is option C, all the microbes. Okay, all the microbes. So these microorganisms which are involved in the degradation of the organic matter, they will consume a lot of oxygen, and as a result there will be a sharp decline in the amount of dissolved oxygen. There will be a sharp decline in the amount of dissolved oxygen present in the water bodies, leading to the death, ultimately leading to the death of all the aquatic plants and animals. Okay. Next question. Which of the following statement is wrong in case of Bhopal gas tragedy? Option A, it took place in the night of December 3, 12, 1984. Then methyl isocyanate gas leakage took place. C, thousands of human beings died. And D, radioactive fallout engulfed Bhopal. Yes, Sankalp, right answer. Nageshwari, right answer. The answer is option D. Radioactive fall engulfed Bhopal is the incorrect statement regarding the Bhopal gas tragedy which took place in India in 1984. Okay, this you just write down this one. Methyl isocyanate gas leakage took place. They will be asking you, name the gas which was leaked which led to the Bhopal gas tragedy. It is methyl isocyanate. Okay. Next question. We have only 5 minutes remaining, and let's end this meeting after we discuss up to the part 1 questions. 12th question. Carbon monoxide is a pollutant because it, option A, react with oxygen, react with hemoglobin, inhibits glycolysis, inactivates nervous system. Answers. Carbon monoxide is a pollutant because it. Yes, everyone is giving the right answer. Inhalation of the carbon monoxide may causes even the death of the person. Okay. You might be familiar with carbon monoxide poisoning, right? Exactly the same thing happens. It reacts with hemoglobin, thus causing a reduction in the carrying capacity of oxygen by hemoglobin. Okay. Next question. Very important question. Okay. When the class is over, you all have to read page number 276 of your NCERT textbook. 276 of your NCERT textbook, so that you will get a clear idea about biomagnification. Okay, biomagnification. So the question is, as it travels along the food chain, the concentration of DDT, option A increases, option B remains constant, option C decreases, and option D fluctuates randomly. Yes, some of you have given the answers, and the answer is option A, increases. And you know, this diagram is a repeated year question. Suppose DDT is present in water, in the water bodies. The concentration of DDT is 0.003 ppb, parts per billion. Okay, when the DDT is present in the water bodies, its concentration is only 0.003 ppb. When this water is used by the zooplankton, anybody who knows the concentration, please do tell. Fast, we don't have time. I'll wait for 5 seconds. Concentration of DDT in case of zooplankton. Yes, correct, Nakeshwari. The answer is 0. Yes, Uncle, right answer 0.04 ppm, parts per million. When this zooplankton is taken by small fish, the concentration of DDT will be, yes, right, 0.5 ppm. Look, it's increasing gradually, right? When the small fish is taken by a large fish, what's the concentration? Taken by the large fish, the concentration of DDT will be as 2 parts per million. And now it will have a tremendous increase when it is eaten by a fish-eating bird. Its concentration exactly 25 ppm. Okay, as we travels along the food chain, the concentration of DDT keeps on increasing. Very dangerous. Toxicity increases. And what all are its impact on birds? It can causes the thinning of the eggshell and premature breaking of the egg of the birds, and also disturb the calcium metabolism of the birds. Okay, thereby causing the decline in the bird population. So we have 2 more questions and only 1 minute remaining. A chemical harmful released by chlorofluorocarbon to ozone is? Comment your answers. Option A, nitrogen peroxide. Option B, fluorine. Option C, chlorine. Option D, sulfur dioxide. Yes, chlorine. Everyone is telling the answer is chlorine. Yes, the answer is right. The answer is itself chlorine. Okay. So the last and the final question for this day. Carbon monoxide emitted by automobiles prevented oxygen transports to body tissues by option A, changing O2 to carbon dioxide, B, destroying hemoglobin, C, forming a stable compound with hemoglobin, and D, obstructing the reaction of oxygen with hemoglobin. Carbon monoxide prevents oxygen transport. I already told you. It will not destroy hemoglobin. It will form a complex with hemoglobin. It will form a stable compound with hemoglobin, which reduces the oxygen carrying capacity, Okay, is it clear? So we have the part 2 question. The part 1 questions is finished. We have 15 part 2 questions. And anyway, thank you all. Let's stop our class.